Hi crafters, it's Alexa from Hearts Crafts, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator here here in Perth, WA. And tonight we are going to be making a magic slider card, and I am going to turn this around. Get this turned around and show you what we are going to be making. Okay, right, so tonight we're making a magic slider card, and this is the card we're doing. It's a Christmas card, and you pull your slider bit up and watch the magic happen. Isn't that cute? So it starts off looking like a boring old card, and then you've got a beautifully coloured card and a sentiment, extra sentiment. And then inside we have another little sentiment in there. Oh, hang on a sec, my poor cat's screaming at me. Sorry about that. She must be on the roof screaming at me. What cats do. So this is the card we're making, and the supplies you are going to need. I use the embossing folder from the Greenery embossing folders, and I'm going to get that out because I will show you how I embossed the card, because you do have to do it sort of like in layers, which you'll see when we get to that. And the other thing I used was the fourth one in from the Stitch rectangle dies, and I just placed that on my card and ran it through like that, and takes the middle out for you. The other thing you're going to need is a piece of acetate, and for measurements from memory, this is 10 inches scored in half, and this piece I think is 5 inches. Let me just double check that was 10 inches. No, it's not, it's 11 inches. 11 inches. So this is 5 inches by 3 3/4. And then I have 6 1/4-inch strips, which are just basically scraps, which we'll be gluing those together, and I will show you that. And I have one little bit of scrap here for a sentiment, and I already pre-punched out with the label die a backing for my label. And then we have our card base, which is just a half of an A4, cut in half and then scored in half. And I've also got some ribbons, a red ribbon. It's the sheer red ribbon. I think it's real red, and some gold thread. And I've also got the red rhinestones. This is the label punch that we'll be using, and a whole pile of alcohol markers. You can use whatever colours you want. I just chose some, and this is what I'll be using tonight. So tonight I think these are Misty Moonlight, light and dark, light Seaside Spray. This is Cinnamon Cider, light Cinnamon Cider, light Crumb Cake. We have light Smoky Slate, dark and light Cherry Cobbler, and light and dark just jade and light so saffron. And the stamp set I'm going to be using is Gnome For The Holidays. Very cute. You need something that you can colour in when you're making this card. So because you'll need sort of like a black outline layer and a layer that you can colour in with this. And I'm going to be using my Stamparatus. And the inks I'm going to be using is the StazOn and the Memento black ink. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Like I got a frog in my throat tonight. Okay, so I'll just move the card to the side. Now the first thing I'm going to do before we do any stamping is I'm going to grab the white layer of cardstock, and I kept the insert from in here so we can stamp a sentiment on that later. Okay, so with this I'm just going to grab, hey Jenny, how you going? Hi Neve. Oh, okay, here's my new favourite toy, the cut and emboss machine, and I'll just grab the plates I need for it. So because we're using the thin, where'd it go? Ah, there it is, under everything, I buried it. Because we're using a thin embossing folder and not the thick heavy one, all I'm going to need is my base plate and my two clear plates. I don't need this plate. Okay, so I hope you guys can see this. Maybe if I turn it a bit on an angle like that, you might see better. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to place this into my folder, and I'm sort of, hope you can see this, sort of just taking it over kind of halfway, not quite halfway, and not quite to the bottom, but hopefully straightish. And I'm just going to sandwich that between my two clear plates and run that through the machine. Oh, I've got paper in between. Just move this for a minute. The feet don't stick if you've got paper in between. Handy hint. Okay, there we go. Make life easy for myself. Okay. And then I'm going to run this through again, but I'm just moving it over sort of to line up at the edge of where I finished my last emboss a bit, just like that. And then I'm going to sandwich that again. And run it through the machine. Get rid of that and put this back so it makes it easier to see. And there we have it. So you've got a nice embossing on the top and on the bottom as well, so which is quite cute. Yeah. Bit of glue. Where's my glue eraser? There we go. Okay, right, now I'm going to bring in my hey Jess, how you going, honey? Good to see you. Glad you could join. Now actually, before I do position this for stamping, I'm going to adhere my window sheet to this side here. Just move my magnet because I'm going to use tearing tape. My good friend tearing tape. And you're just going to place your tearing tape along the edge, preferably as close as possible, because you don't want it lifting, if that makes sense. Oops. There we go. So just tearing tape on all four sides. I'm at a mark. Oh dear, now the cat comes. She's a thorn in my side sometimes. Gotta love her. She missed her opportunity of coming in though. Okay. Right, where did my window sheet go? Where did I put my window sheet? Gosh, it can't have gone far. Huh. How bizarre. Oh, there it is. No, it's clear. That's why I can't see it. Okay. Right. Oh dear. She does want to come in. Okay. Bits of glue everywhere. Been busy today. There we go. Right. Now I'm just going to line this up. Use my, oh hang on a sec before I do that. Actually I'm going to line it up against this line. And I'm going to swap where I put that. Right, where's my stamps? Okay, now I thought I'm going to change it up and I'm going to use the two little men, two little gnomes. How's that? How does that look? Okay, all right. Sorry, just let the cat in. Or shall I do these two? I might do those two, like that. That looks cute. Okay, right. Now, I am going to pick up my stamps. I'm lift this up again, and I'm going to ink up my stamps with Memento ink because I want to colour these two in. Now the reason why I'm using my Stamparatus is because I also want to stamp on that window sheet as well. Maybe one more go. Hi Nala, I've got a guest here, guys. There we go, that's better. Okay, now I'm just going to bring this down, and at the same time while I'm here, I'm just going to stamp this with the StazOn. And on my last card, I actually had to do this a couple of times. So I got a nice clear image. Or a crisper image, I should say. Might just go one more time, just to make sure. There we go. That should be okay. Yes, nice crisp and clear image. Love it. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly clean these stamps with some StazOn cleaner because I don't want them to stain. See, I missed a bit, a couple of bits. There we go. That should be it. Nice and clean. Love it. Leave that to dry. And I shall move this. And I'm just going to quickly give this a colour inside. Okay. Now I decided instead of using a pink for their face, I was going to use like crumb cake for their face. Yeah, we'll see how we go with that. Just because everyone's skin is a little bit different colour. I like to mix it up. And I thought crumb cake might be a nice different colour for once. Here we go. that's not too bad. I don't mind that. And I've got the yellow for the star. And I also might do it a bit on the snowflake there. Red for the berries. And give her some red shoes. Give her a red dress. Now I'm not going to worry too much about being, what do you call it, exact. Okay, I think we'll give him a blue outfit. And give him some grey boots. Actually, I might make his boots a little bit darker with a different colour. Great thing about alcohol markers, you can just go straight over them and make another colour. Okay, a bit of, actually I'll use the light. Yeah, I'll use the light. Just jade. And let's do the balls on her. Oops, I missed one. Could have told me I missed one. Hi, Anne-Marie. How are you, darling? Good to see you. Oops. Okay, then I'm going to use cinnamon cider again for her hair. And on his bell. I think I'll just use here we are, dark misty moonlight. And they're just jade for her tree. Concentrating, gone quiet. There we go. Now I'm just going to ground them both with the grey. Just so it looks like they're not floating in the air. And just pop in a little bit of grey bits in his beard. Because even though it's white, it still casts a bit of shadow, even though I wasn't going to worry too much about that, but it just looked a little bit too stark the way it was. Okay, right, and I just want to use the Seaside spray just around so they don't look like they're completely floating in the air. Even though I did ground them, it's nice to just have a bit of blue around them as well. Here we go. Okay. Right. Now, what we're going to do is... Oh, no, I didn't have my scrap bit of white. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Just get a bit of scrap bit of white. That'll do. And if I have a smaller piece, oh, I may do. I'll trim that one down instead. Okay. So this is going to be our slider piece, and doesn't matter about the length, but we need to trim it down the side to make it a bit skinnier, and I think it needs to be, is it 3 and 3? I think it's 3 3/4 I need to make it. No, it's not, it is 3 1/4. So I'll just trim this down to 3 1/4. Oops. Oh, hang on, I still need that, don't I? And then I am gee, there's dust everywhere today. I'm just going to centralise this the best I can. I did that 3 1/4. I might just take it down a little bit more. May even take it to 3 inches. I just need a little bit of room for the mechanism to work. Oops, I still need that, don't I? Okay, so that's a wee bit better. So if I centralise that about there like that, and just take a pencil and make a mark on either side. Then I'm going to pop this into my trimmer and let it just sort of rest in the groove there. And then from the middle, I'm going to come down and sort of estimate to where that pencil line is. Okay. And then you've got a little slit in here like that. Now it does tend to fray this a little bit. I don't know why. I think it's because I've used the embossing folder. So, and the next thing I'm going to do is just test this. For up and down. So that's all good. Okay, now I'm going to open this up again, and I am going to get my strips, my 1/4 inch strips, and I'm going to glue 2 together and then glue them down the side to sort of make a bit of a box or a U shape. Now this Magic Slider card is not anything new. It has been around for a while, and I made one many moons ago. Okay, and as I place this one down, oops, try not to get glue everywhere, I'm just going to place it on the edge of the cardstock a bit, and just a little bit lower than that score line, just so it doesn't catch when we fold it over. Okay. Do the next one. You want to see my cat, guys? She's giving me the evil eye. Sitting on my desk and giving me the evil eye. Bless her heart. Okay, last one. Now this one's going to be a bit longer than the bottom, and I'm just going to snip it off. Just like that. And then I'm also going to, in a wee bit, keep this because I'll use that as a stopper in a wee bit once I've got this all sort of sorted. Now with my other card, let me bring it back in. I actually made this into a tag using the tag punch, but I also noticed when I tried to put it into an envelope, it was just 5 centimeters, well not even, about 0.3 of a centimetre or 1/4 of an inch too long. So I'll have to make an envelope for this card. So if you want to get it into your normal envelope, what I thought I would do is I'll show you just how to make a simple tag. So the way I do that is, hang on a sec, let me just line this up, make sure I get it the right length, make sure it's straight. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just on an angle, just cut that bit off like that, and then I'm going to, if it let me pick it up, flip it over, line it up on the corner here like this, and follow the cut line. And then that way you get your card nice and even on both sides because you've used the other side as a template. And then I'm just going to bring in this punch, or you could bring in a hole punch or whatever you've got. I just happen to have this. Actually, maybe I'll use a hole punch because it's easier to... Actually, no, maybe I'll use the slit. I'm going to estimate. No, I'm going to use a hole punch. I don't trust myself. Okay, so this is just a normal Office Works hole punch. You can buy from anywhere. And just estimate the middle and punch. And there's a tag. Quick and simple. Little tag. Okay, now the other thing we need to do with this tag is on the wrong side, which I'm going to choose this one because it's dirty. I'm just going to place this down and it's going to act as a stopper when it gets to the top. So just going to line it up with the bottom. And it won't matter too much. Oh, this little bit here I don't need to use. Because my tag is perfect. Okay, so I've got that all lined up, all ready to go, and hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just using my little what do you call them? These little bits here as my guide as to where I need to cut. So this will stay nicely in the card as we pull up, and it won't go all over the place as well. Adds a nice guideline. Actually, yes, it does work. Oh, almost forgot to turn it around. Okay, turn that back around again and see how that just slides up nicely in between the things. I'm just going to place my glue on here. Like that, and fold this over and press it down. Oh gosh, hang on a sec. Glad I'm using liquid glue. Some unknown reason, this poor window, oh, I've got something on it. I'll fix that up later. I think I might have got some stays on it and it's moved. Never mind. It's all good. I'll deal with that later. Or I might even put my sentiment down there. Try and hide a little bit. Okay, right. So before I stick this all to the card, just going to put my ribbon through my hole. Okay, get my gold ribbon and tie a knot. Now this ribbon frays very easily, very quickly. So I keep a piece of sticky tape on the end of it so it won't, oops, and it just came off. That's all right. You'll see what I mean as I'm trying to tie my knot. Sometimes my fingers just don't want to work. Okay, now I know I'm going to waste a lot of thread here, but oh well, that's life. There we go, and that's quite cute. And you can throw this, just like that. Okay, I'll clean that up later. And ta-da! Isn't that cute? I love it. That is so cute. Kid in a toy store. Okay, right, so next thing I'm going to do is fold my card, and I am going to glue this on here. Okay, and sentiment. Right, might use this scrap piece. Which sentiment should I use? Bring my Memento black ink back in, and I might use Your Friend Like Gnome Other. Okay, just use this one. Oh, very good. I'm happy with that. And my punch. Where'd my punch go? Here it is. Okay. Try and get this straight. And then I am just going to chop my green piece in half. And this is just jade cardstock too, by the way, if you're wondering what colour it was. I don't remember if I said it was. Or what it was, I should say. Just a little bit of glue each side. That's that one. Whoops. Okay, I'm just going to put some mini dimensionals on it. I think I might put, there we go. Now if you're wondering why there's lines all over my dimensionals, it's because you can see whether it has backing or not. So a new thing I started doing, and it's really helpful. Okay, so I'm going to put that over just a little bit more. I'll clean that off later. Right, very carefully. There we go. Let's do our insert. Let's stamp that. And I think I'll use Holly Jolly Everything again. Just clean my stamp. My my memento. Okay. There we go. Glue that on the inside. And it gives you somewhere you can write your message. And the last one, I just tied a little knot in my ribbon. And a glue dot, if I could see them. Oh, here they are. I've rearranged my desk, so I'm having a little bit of troubles finding everything. Might just roll this up a little bit. Nice little bit of decoration. There we go. And a glue dot stuck to me. Here we go. Right. Now the other thing I did on the other card is I put some red rhinestones on the front. Okay. Just to make it a little bit more festive on the front, and so it didn't look too plain and boring. So you could also put DSP paper, designer series paper, about the place as well, if you wanted to, just to give it some more added interest. It also probably depend on what your theme is. There we go. I'll do 5 berries. So there's my card. I've got to do this again, guys. Isn't that cute? I love it. It's so cute. Just the way it changes colour. Looks like a boring old card, and then it looks very interesting. Love it. Okay, so there we go, guys. There's my card for this week. I know there was a lot of steps there, but it's a very simple card to make if you want to give it a go. And if you liked any of these products that you saw me using tonight, you're welcome to go visit my website or shop. Move all my markers. So, and there's my details, if you can read upside down. There also is, on the 23rd of September, there is selective stamps that have 15% off, and there's quite a few of them. I did not get a chance to print out the list, not that you'd be able to read it all, but go to my website or to my shop, preferably to my shop, and you will see the whole list there, and it's for 24 hours on the 23rd of September, and just a one-day sale that Stampin' Up is doing. They do them a couple of times during the year. Great way to take advantage of all the sales and get whatever stamps you want at a discount price. I know I'm going to be taking advantage of it, so that'll be really good. Okay, guys, yeah, have a good week, and I will see you all next week. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye for now.